Hello everybody, welcome to Chop It. I'm gonna start. I was looking at you in the viewfinder. What's going on everybody? Welcome to Chop and Brew. I am Chip Walton here with
Dono.
We are on my front porch. We're gonna do some quick tasting notes before the sun goes down. That should literally be like our timer maybe. I think we might have 10 minutes of sun left before we get into the dark. So what we're tasting here, our good friend and fan, Jeff Roach. You might know him if you watch Dono's videos because he's been sending Don like an abundance of Trillium's more hop-forward, hazy IPAs.
Yep, New England IPAs.
Specifically, and he's tasted those. But through the shipping of those beers, he's always talked about this beer specifically. A golden barley wine with cold brewed coffee called Day and Night. It's been almost like a year and a half since he brought it up, and then they finally made it and canned it, and he remembered that Chip Walton wanted some, so he was nice enough to send us that and PM Dawn, an American stout with also cold brewed coffee.
Cold brewed coffee.
So these are kind of cousins, and so this is a brewery that's really known for its hops, or at least, well, we know it for, because that's what we've been fed.
We know it for the hops. I don't really know in the region what they are mostly known for. Maybe both.
So we thought we'd do a real quick tasting of these two very non-hazy New England IPA beers from this place.
This one actually, speaking of the haze, this one's actually quite clear.
Yeah.
The barley wine, and the stout is unable to tell, but they can make clear beer.
But y'all know I love a barley wine, and I have really grown to love a golden barley wine specifically. So this should be like a great combination for me because I also like coffee beers, and it is. It's really good.
There's a
the coffee is way stronger than I thought it was going to be.
Noticeable coffee aroma that's pleasant.
It's Pilsner, Abbey malt, and turbinado sugar. Hops are just Columbus. They say upfront flavors of creamy coffee, honey tinged malt, caramel, tart berry blend, slight coffee derived bitterness. They use coffee from Barrington, which Jeff Roach told us is literally across the street from Trillium. So a very local coffee. Sun's going down. I gotta come up here now.
Yes.
So
coffee bitterness, huh? They put in the description.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's easy to tell mixed in with hop bitterness, or as much as the coffee flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It does have a light alcohol note. It's 10%. This would be a beer that you could certainly age for a while. The coffee character might go down, but the beer would probably be quite nice.
And that is one thing I don't know about either of these beers, if they are at least aged and conditioned to some degree at the brewery before being released. Some breweries like Summit will properly age a barley wine a year before releasing it, so when you have it, it's already kind of got a year on it. You don't need to further age it. I feel like these are on point. These are not hot. They're not boozy. No,
but they also, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't 6 months old. If it was less. These were both canned this month.
Yeah.
In January 2018. So they're canned recently, and he shipped them out.
I love the barley wine. It's so kind of like what they said, like this honey malt, almost like this honeycomb kind of richness and thickness, and kind of covers your tongue, coats your tongue. But then that coffee really is like on your breath, like it's ephemeral. Like as soon as you popped open the can, instead of it smelling like New England IPA hop juice blend, it was just coffee wave after wave.
I don't know what Abbey malt is, but it makes me think of triple. I don't know what it is. This beer without the coffee, I could imagine it as a. I mean, I guess it doesn't have a Belgian yeast.
So it is kind of
doesn't have a Belgian yeast character, but it has a strong golden character, kind of like a Belgian strong golden, maybe a triple. You mentioned the sugar, kind of all got me kind of going on that thought.
Depending how long they boil it, that could be adding some of that creaminess, some of that richness, that almost like liquid candy.
It's kind of in my personal sweet spot of not being overly coffee, but not being so slight that you don't even detect it. This is a strong one, though. I keep coming back to the 10%. You know, just putting down 6 ounces of it in a few minutes. It's
yeah. I guess we can put it aside and come back to it.
Well, no,
you're like, no,
it's delicious.
So PM Dawn,
Nice.
I assume named for the hip hop duo.
Heckin'
So this also has Barrington Coffee, American two-row barley, Cara Munich, C60, C20, dextrin, black patent, roasted barley, special B, chocolate. Same hops as the other one, Columbus. So Jeff actually sent me 2 cans of this that were canned in November. And then when he drank his own cans of it, he felt the coffee was not representative enough. So he sent another batch of fresh can. And I can tell you from tasting this, and once he said he was sending more, I cracked one of the older cans. The coffee is definitely, I won't say stronger, but...
You think so?
Yeah, more noticeable. The other one drank more just like a really nice, thick stout.
I think the coffee is less noticeable overall than this one, but that's because of all the roasted grains.
Barley, chocolate. I agree, this coffee really stands out in kind of a spotlight mode in that golden barley wine.
This is maybe a more, for my taste, enjoyable drink because it's like a warm, cozy blanket, and it's like some more with the melted marshmallow and the chocolate and the graham. It's got the whole dessert sort of thing going. The coffee is yeah, more subtle, I guess, but that it could be the same amount of coffee, possibly, but it's just.
But with that
different
chocolate
beer
going on, it's got other espresso kind of mocha coffee drink, almost like a chocolate coffee drink kind of vibe going on.
It has like a lactose, it has a sweet character to it. It's probably a somewhat high final gravity, I would guess, just because of the viscosity and the sweetness. It's very, very delicious.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, this brewery is not making many bad beers, I would probably guess to say.
Not that we've had sent to us, so. And if they get to Minnesota from Massachusetts in good shape, I assume that it would be awesome to go there in person and actually taste these things straight off the tanks, straight off the lines. Out of the two of them, as I would have predicted, I like the golden barley wine. And that could also just be because we've, coffee stouts exist. It would be hard to make one that would just be like, what? But this is something I've never had, and it worked out even better than I thought it was going to. Very nice. We'll try to brew one of our own.
Oh
or
my
maybe
gosh. Jeff, you're
suckering Jeff into sending us more
Jeff
cans.
is the man. You're the best. I don't know why you do it. I don't know why you keep sending the beers to us, but
we owe you.
I'm not
after this
gonna
one. We
question
owe you
it.
finally after this one. I have no recipe to promote, and I have nothing else to say except
The one
thanks for
thing-
watching us drink 2 beers.
We were speculating on the cold brewed that we know what cold brewing is of coffee, but this one didn't get a coffee color to it. So I don't know the answer, but it would be interesting to know how they get the coffee essence.
It's like a light roast that goes in.
Or if they do whole
maybe
bean.
before the coffee edition it was even more gold. I mean, the only Abbey I don't think is dark. Pills definitely is not.
It could be a little. That's true. There's
little
there's
bit
a
of
light,
orange.
very light amber tint to it.
Yeah, well, a little bit of copper's in there could be from a very diluted cold brew coffee.
Or like an small amount of coffee, but intensely extracted.
If you work at Trillium and it's not too proprietary and top secret, let us know what's up with this beer. Like, let
Or
us
if
know
you
more about
just
the process.
have an idea and you don't work at Trillium.
All right. Thanks, Dono.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Yep. Thank you, Jeff. evil, yeah, I can be like evil, evil Don.
Evil Dono.
Less evil. More evil. Here's Jenny.
Okay.
Ooh, that has a. She have a bit of a alcohol presence, I bet. 10%.
Both are 10.
My mouth didn't fail me.
For a change.
You can set her up and we'll knock them down.
Are you crooked? Oh, whatever. Okay.
Does it mean something in general? Just a phrase?
I
wonder
don't-
if PM dawn. PM dawn. How would that work? Dawn is in the morning. AM dawn.
AM dawn?
I don't know.
I don't know.
PM dawn.
This ain't a music review show.
10%.
Both are 10.
My mouth didn't fail me.